Hey everyone, thank you for checking out World of WWE podcast. I'm Ant.
And I'm Carlos. What's up, guys?
What's up, Carlos? Today we are recapping NXT from April 20th, 2021. A lot going on in this episode. Before we start any coverage, I want to thank you all for listening to us. Just a little quick rundown of where you can hear us. You can hear us not only on Anchor, but also on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Amazon Music, so much more. And in a little bit, Carlos and I are going to be talking about Patreon, which is a membership exclusive site. And we'll talk all about that later on. But let's dive right into NXT now. So we start off with NXT. Kyle O'Reilly comes down to the ring, and he's looking cool. He's got on a faded, well, what do they call those sort of jackets? Denim. They're like a faded denim jacket. And he kind of looks like Orange Cassidy from AEW. A lot of people are making fun of him. But you know what? I don't care. I'm a huge Kyle O'Reilly fan. And he is correct. Anybody can pull off denim. And basically, Kyle says that he is in a great mood because he is over his issue with Adam Cole. Adam Cole is behind him, and it's time to move on. He says to succeed in NXT, you need a killer instincts. And he basically talks about challenging potentially for the North American title or the NXT championships. And then he turns and looks at the camera and says that Karrion Kross has something. But then Cameron Grimes comes out before Kyle O'Reilly can finish his sentence. Cameron Grimes basically tells Kyle O'Reilly that he's a great wrestler, and with Cameron's help, Kyle O'Reilly will go straight to the moon. And that he could watch Kyle O'Reilly's back and things would be cool. And Kyle says, he wants a fight, and he ends up punching Cameron Grimes to the floor. So that offer by Cameron Grimes obviously was not accepted by Kyle. What do you think of this new Kyle O'Reilly in this segment?
I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I feel like some type of vibe. Like he feels more free now. Like he was calling himself Cool Kyle, which with the glasses and all that. I like the style and everything, and just the confidence that he had, just like walking around. And I really like Cameron Grimes as well. He's funny as hell. True the moon.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly is definitely like letting loose a bit, and it is kind of sad because it's the end of the Undisputed Era. We know Roderick Strong turned in his contract.
Apparently, he's like done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna interfere in their match at NXT Takeover, Stand and Deliver, but I guess not.
I thought so too, and I've been surprised with him being gone for so long, but this is great storytelling for sure. Then we go backstage, and Zoey Stark introduces herself to the new NXT superstar, Sarray, who is very famous in Japan, and I'm very excited to see her. And Zoey challenges Sarray to a match tonight. Then we go to LA Knight, and he's talking trash backstage. And we go to our first match of the night, Dexter Lumis taking on LA Knight. And I thought it was a good match. Indy Hartwell was in the audience, and she stared at Dexter Lumis, and Dexter couldn't help himself. He was staring right back at her, and LA Knight used this distraction to hit his finisher and get the pin. After the match, Indy and Dexter came face to face, and right before they were about to kiss, the Way pulled her off the apron and away from Dexter Lumis. So, first question, what are your thoughts on this whole angle of Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell? And then I have a second question for you after that.
Honestly, he's not as a regular person. Like this character, he's a creep. She just get her ass away from him. I don't know what the hell she sees in him, but it's just like no, it's not a good movie.
Okay.
Like he kidnapped freaking Austin Theory and left him in his underwear. Like what the hell?
I don't know. That was really strange, by the way. Like, how did that happen? But I do have a question, and this was sort of where I was kind of going with. So I've been watching it, and I just have this little fear that Indy Hartwell is doing this just to screw Dexter Lumis over. I mean, if you think about it, they haven't kissed. There's been no sort of real interaction between the two of them, and anytime Indy is around, Lumis loses. Now, it could be a coincidence, but maybe this is Indy's plan and the Wade's plan all along to get Lumis to think that Indy likes him and then to embarrass him and have that not be true. What do you think? Do you think we can see that happen?
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking that. But it's like that, and then like once he lost, that's like that like pushed the huge like question mark. Or it's like really a thing when she's just playing mind games, mind games.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's so funny how Beth Phoenix is so passionate about it. Like, oh my god, like she's all getting so loud about it. Like, oh let him like let the couple be.
Beth is like really pushing for Indy and Dexter Lumis to be together.
Okay, that's definitely a possibility. Like the way probably like, all right, so since you kind of have feelings for him, maybe she really doesn't, but like, that's what they want him to think.
Mm-hmm. Because the real question became like, yeah, she thought he was good looking and she talked about it in therapy, but I don't know. There's something there. There's something fishy, people. Check that out. Next, Leon Ruff is backstage and he trash talks Isaiah Scott Swerve. Then we have a special interview with Io Shirai, former NXT Women's Champion, with the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. Io says that Raquel was her biggest challenge and she will get her rematch. But in the meantime, after defending the NXT Women's Championship for over a year, she decides that she needs to take some time off. That is until a dog shows up and Frankie Monet comes on. And she basically tells Io that while Io is on vacation and taking time off, Frankie Monet will definitely fill in her shoes. And basically, Io gets in her face and says, I like cats. And,
I kind of disagree with her. I don't really like cats.
Oh, you're more of a dog person.
Yeah, definitely.
A dog fan. I like both. I just don't like having to clean a cat's litter box. So
that's so scary. Like they'll just they like just run on you like all the noise and shit.
I used to have a black cat named Tony Maselli.
Oh my god, the black cats are scariest ones. Oh my god, those green eyes. Oh my god.
Dan, Carlos is gonna have a nightmare, and Dan is like sitting out. By the way, Dan, he is recovering. He's not feeling too well. We miss him, but he will be back next week with us. But so I didn't get to ask you about Frankie Monet, Carlos. Frankie Monet too is former NXT TNA Impact Wrestling wrestler Taya Valkyrie, and Frankie Monet is married to John Morrison. So, what are your thoughts on Frankie Monet and this potential feud, maybe with Io and Frankie? What do you think?
I don't know how I'm feeling about her. Like first of all, John Morrison can do better.
Oh my gosh!
Come on, man. Like John Morrison, come on. But anyway, I don't know how I'm feeling about her. Like he seems very it seems like she's still getting used to I guess NXT. I don't know, just her promo has been so crazy kind of.
She is. What's her little thing? She is like something loca. I know she crazy. I know it's like something loca. She calls herself.
So many people that wants to go after Raquel Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Something else interesting about Frankie Monet is that she did compete in Lucha Underground.
Really?
Yeah, so she does. Yep, so she definitely does have some Lucha Libre background, and yeah, I'm excited to see what Frankie Monet brings to the table. She's had some amazing matches in Impact Wrestling as Taya Valkyrie, so I'm excited to see what Frankie Monet brings.
And then I'll see if I can actually be behind her or not.
Yep, I hear you. I agree. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, we have the Queen's Guards, aka Breezango, dressed up like they are securing Buckingham Palace, taking on England's own Grizzled Young Veterans. They pretty much go ahead.
Young Veterans.
Yes, as enthusiastically as Carlos said it today.
I always wanted to do that.
Grizzled Young Veterans. Yeah. So basically, they say that they will become the new NXT Tag Team Champions, and it was a decent match. Grizzled Young Veterans got the win after their finishing maneuver, cool sort of combo. It's like a backstabber, like a front-facing backstabber type move. What did you think of this match and Grizzled Young Veterans?
Breezango, I'm like, they're still entertaining. But I saw them like, they still work for WWE? Like seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, weren't they like on the main roster? They did the same thing that they did with the Belair, I guess. Like, they were on the main roster for a little bit, and then they moved them back to NXT. But yeah, I really like their work. But yeah, the match was good. I'm a fan of both teams. I'm glad the Grizzled Young Veterans got the win. Just like creating some momentum for them, maybe going after tag titles.
That will be interesting to see. Next up, we have the debut of Sarray, who is famous in Japan, taking on Zoey Starks, and
I really like her, by the way. Like,
me too.
Everything seems so awesome.
I really like Sarray. She's one of my new favorites. I was very excited to see her compete for the first time, and I thought she did really good. I really liked her finisher move. It was the Saidi suplex. She looked amazing in this match, and then afterwards, Toni Storm attacked Zoey Stark. So, what do you think?
Yeah, the match is good. I really like Sarray. She'll definitely be one of the next big things in NXT.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
I'm not sure, like she's still like how long she's been wrestling for? Like, you know.
I don't know, but I do know that she has fought Io Shirai, Asuka, Kairi Sane.
What?
Yeah. So she has fought numerous opponents.
But yeah, I like her. She's really good.
I do too. I think she made a great debut. Up next, well, what do you think, by the way, about Toni Storm attacking Zoey Starks?
Oh yeah, Toni Storm's also. I love Toni Storm. Maybe like she was just like probably mad because she got beat by Zoey Stark at Stand and Deliver, so she wanted some payback. She's pretty much saying like, remember when Seth Rollins attacks Cesaro, like, I'm not done with you, or like, we're not. This isn't over until I say it's over. Kind of something like that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Toni Storm is not happy with her not her loss. Well, yeah, she did lose at TakeOver Stand Deliver the pre-show. Well, up next, we have the special NXT North American Championship on the line in a special open challenge contest. The new North American champion, Kushida, defending against Oni Lorcan. Kushida had a completely new attire. He didn't have any shoes on, and he just looked more like sort of like a martial artist, sort of like Mortal Kombat. Plug for Mortal Kombat that just came out. I watched it. It was really good.
Oh, that's right, yo. Kushida used to come out in like jeans and like a bubble jacket, right?
Yeah. Now he's like total like kung fu fighting, and I really like it. Kushida ends up getting the win after his surfboard submission maneuver, and then after the match, Legato del Fantasma runs down and attacks Kushida until NXT Tag Team Champions MSK run down and send Legato packing. What did you think of the match and then the aftermath?
The match is really good. I really enjoyed that one. And that's of course, like Santos Escobar is like the longest undisputed cruiserweight champion. He's gonna want some revenge, and I hopefully it's not a short reign for Kushida though. You know, I feel like he deserves at least a long reign with the title.
I agree. I'm excited to see that. And so, how about MSK and Legato? It looks as if there might be a 6-man tag match in the near future. What do you think?
Yeah, most likely next week, probably. Maybe the main event.
That will be great. That'll be really good. Well, speaking of great, after this we'll be taking a quick break. But our next contest, Everrise taking on Imperium. Imperium is great in my opinion. They ended up defeating Everrise in a pretty decent match. What were your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I also a huge fan of Imperium. Who they fight against? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. They fought against Everrise. They're like a.
I know. It was like a quick. It was something quick. Like they were. I remember. I remember watching the match, but it went by so quick that I didn't really like catch them. But I feel like they won in like dominant fashion.
Yeah. Imperium looks amazing. Everrise is a decent team, but
when Dave, what's their name? The big guy and the small guy, Dave Maverick and what's his name?
Drake Maverick and Killian Dane.
Yeah, like when what happened again? Like he got attacked or something, or he just
To be honest with you, I wasn't paying much attention to that because I don't know if I really care so much about the team of Dane and Maverick, but they pretty much like got involved and tried to cause an issue, but Imperium was still able to win. Yeah, it was. I feel like we'll eventually see, what's his face, Killian Dane in Imperium because his old partner from Sanity, Alexander Wolf, he's in Imperium, so possibly we might be able to see an Irish member soon. But with that, we will be right back after this really short break, and we will be discussing our main event and informing you about Patreon. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hey, it's Anthony from World of WWE, a WWE podcast. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. One, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And we are back. Yes, you can definitely check out Anchor for all of your podcast needs, but we're going to take a little detour from Anchor and talk about Patreon. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Patreon, Patreon is a website that allows you to receive bonus content, and it's basically for an ultra fan. If you're the ultimate fan of World of WWE, I highly suggest you join our Patreon page. Now, with Patreon, you have to pay to sign up, but there are 3 tiers, and the tiers are not that expensive. So, to let you know a little bit about each tier, here's what you get. So, with tier number 1, it's called the Super Fan tier, and it's $5 a month. You get special bonus episodes of Throwback Thursday, which will be coming out weekly. You get a chance to have a one-on-one chat with myself, and we will discuss the personalized dedication later on. So that's Super Fan tier, and that's $5 a month. The Rest in Peace tier is $10 a month. And with that, you get the Throwback Thursday episodes, the one-on-one chat with me. You get to listen to our podcast episodes ad-free. So you will hear no ads. It will just be our episode. And then you get early access to episodes of our Raw recaps, SmackDown recaps, and NXT recaps. And that is for $10 a month. And these are all in US dollars currency, okay? Then we have our last tier, the 316 tier for $15 a month. With this tier, you get all of those other content that I've talked to you about. So the Throwback Thursday, you get to chat with me, you get to listen to our podcast ad-free, but there are 2 new things on here. You get early access to every single World of WWE podcast episode. So that includes our pay-per-view recaps, that includes our Raw, SmackDown, NXT recaps, that includes Ladies of the Ring, the Attitude Era, everything that we produce and come out with, you get early access to. And you get to become a guest host for an episode of World of WWE. So you get to join in on the recording and tell us your thoughts and your opinions and have your voice heard across the world on Spotify and on many other podcasts. And that's $15 a month. Not a lot of money there, Carlos. And it's a lot of content. And we have a special cool little promotion going on right now. It's a special offer. And this offer is called the Personalized Dedication. And this offer comes with every tier. So by joining this tier, you get a personalized dedication. And with this dedication, you will receive a personal shout out every day for a week on each of our podcast episodes. So I will shout you out on our Monday Night Raw recap of the week. I will shout you out on our NXT episode of the week. I will shout you out on our WWE Friday Night SmackDown episode of the week. And when you do sign up and do get the tier to hear Throwback Thursday, you will get a shout out from me on there as well. So a lot of content. Check us out. I'm adding our Patreon page. Please think about joining. It's a lot of fun, and I think a lot of you fans will enjoy it. Special bonus content. So again, thank you for checking us out. You can check us out on Patreon. And yeah, Carlos, what do you think of all that new stuff?
I'm excited. It's like it's something huge for all of us. You guys get to meet us. I'll become guests on one of the podcasts. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and
you guys can get more involved.
Yes, of course, and they can also, every month we'll have different offers. So for this month, you'll get to talk with me, but maybe next month you could talk with Carlos or with Dan. You never know. So check out the tiers, and yeah, check us out. So do that for sure. And you can only have access to these things though by joining our tiers. Remember, $5 a month for the first tier, which is a super fan tier, $10 a month for the rest in peace tier, and $15 a month for the 316 tier. A lot of fun, a lot of stuff, and now my voice is tired. But we are finishing up NXT. We are coming to our main event. Cameron Grimes taking on Kyle O'Reilly. It was a great main event. Kyle O'Reilly got the win with his really cool knee to the back of the head. What do you think of this match, Carlos? What are your thoughts?
Match is really good. Like, I never really thought how good Cameron Grimes was until the match. Like, they were saying he's a really good technical wrestler, this, that. Like, I was amazed. Like, wow.
Yeah, he definitely proved that he is WWE and main event worthy. You know, like, he's a great competitor and just amazing in the ring. And it was good to see him fight someone like Kyle O'Reilly, who has been in the main event numerous times, and potentially see what Cameron Grimes can do. So, yeah, I mean, NXT really a lot of kind of new things going on. This episode is kind of just a way to kind of push us along to future episodes. And Carlos, why don't you leave us with some of the matches that are planned for next week's NXT episode?
So as of right now, I know one. So next week is going to be Johnny Gargano was a little mad about it, like this week. But so Austin Theory apparently went to Willie Regal. He told him that he wants to match against Bronson next week. And then if Bronson wins, he gets a championship at Johnny Gargano.
Oh yes, Austin Theory, man. I don't know. He's still in pain from that attack, so we'll see what happens there. Is there anything else that was announced, or is that the only match so far that has been announced?
As far as I know, yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like a great match, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. If Austin loses, then Bronson Reed.
I think this was also announced. I'm not exactly sure.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure I heard it. They said it was going to be like MSK and Kushida versus Legato and Fantasma.
Ooh, that would definitely be another good one. Legato del Fantasma has definitely been trying to push Kushida's button since he defeated him last week. But and I think with the help of MSK, they might be able to send them down. So, two huge matches that, well, we're not sure about the second one. That match is a possibility. But we do know for sure that Bronson Reed will challenge Austin Theory. If Bronson wins, then he gets a challenge in the NXT North American Champion Johnny Gargano in the future. Exciting stuff. Thank you guys for checking us out. Carlos, do you have any last words or anything else you have to say to our fans today?
No, that's everything, guys. Just keep listening to us. Keep following us on World of WWE. We post content there. And I also post content on my Instagram page, all about WWE 2020.
Yep. Yeah, we got. There's a lot, and again, check out our Patreon page. I will be posting our link tree that has links to where you can hear our podcast. Check out our YouTube page, World of WWE Podcast. That has, if you feel like listening to our podcast on YouTube, you can do that, and also has special episodes that have not been aired anywhere else, only exclusively available on YouTube, these are episodes that go back to 2020. So check that out. Only available on YouTube. So subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And that is it. Thank you guys for checking us out. We will see you with our next NXT recap next Sunday. For wrestling news, even though this is a WWE podcast, if you are checking out Impact Wrestling, that is tonight. They're having their Rebellion pay-per-view. You can order that. However, if you're like me, you're going to check out A&E Network tonight because they are airing Biography Rowdy Roddy Piper, which will be great. And then right after that, they're going to be airing their Most Valued Treasures. They're on the hunt. The Undertaker is looking for old items that he lost in time. So check that out. Thank you again for listening. We will see you next Sunday with our next NXT recap. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.